minutes. Come this way.
Here we go. Okay, so we're on location inside the Bella Center. What we're going to do today, we're going to go around and talk to the people here that have been marginalized and who are not being considered in the negotiations. So give these people a voice. So this is going to be raw, all unedited. So what you see is what you get. So here we go. We're with the gender. I'll let you introduce yourself. Your name and your organization and what you do.
My name is Dora Levilo. I'm from South Africa. I work with the Greenhouse Project and the Cures Southern African Network. I also work with Climate Action Network South Africa, and I'm here as part of the Gender and Climate Change Women for Justice Network.
Okay, sorry?
Myra Zahur, I'm from Pakistan, and I work with communities on disaster risk reduction issues and climate change adaptation. Currently, I'm working in Pakistan with a group called Pact Humanitarian Forum.
Do you feel you're being heard here? Do you feel invisible? Do you feel like you're being heard, your issues?
Well,
I gotta back up, get you both in.
I think at this COP things are really hard because there's a lot of tension and a lot of conflict, a lot of leaking papers, position papers, and issues about it. And usually issues like gender issues are easily lost in this kind of situation.
Sorry.
And we feel like we have to work really hard for us to make sure.
Sorry about that.
We have to work really hard to make sure that the gender issues are not left out, that the parties realize that it is essential that gender issues are fully integrated.
What do you think? Do you think the public understands the gender issues? The public at large, especially in North America?
I don't think so that they understand the gender issues. Even when you talk about the people who are into climate change debate from a while, they say, oh, climate change is already very complicated. Why you are adding another layer of gender on it?
Right.
So this is something we have to realize, that climate change is not an environmental issue, it's a social economic issue. And when it's a social economic issue, there are different social groups and their vulnerabilities. And these vulnerabilities must be catered to come to a solution which is viable, which is sustainable, and which can help us in the future generations.
What do you think about the fact that what's on the table so far, what countries have put forward as targets, aren't even anything, not even close to anything that's going to help the most vulnerable?
I think it's really pathetic. I think that undermines all the hard work that has been done in the past. Really all the efforts and all the energy and resources that have been put into it. I mean, we cannot come here and go back so many steps. We are here to be ambitious. We are here to be courageous. And I think those countries that are willing to lead should take a lead.
Why do you think we have no leadership? Is it all money? Is it all just because it's our whole? What do you think about the whole economic model in the capitalist system, how it exploits environment and people?
I just think that the capitalists, if they want to mobilize, if the world wants to mobilize money, they can. That's what I've seen even during the economic crisis. That there was a lot of initiatives that happened very quick. Money was mobilized, relief packages and things like that. But when it comes to the climate, there's nothing like that. And I think people forget that without the environment, without the planet, there can never be any development. So how can we even think that development is much more important? Because if there's no world to develop, there's no use for having all of those monies.
Do you think they are? I mean, the science has made it really, really clear, right, that we have to get to zero as quickly as possible. We've already come down in our emissions. So why do you think people are proposing we go back up? I mean, it makes no sense. So is our politicians just not willing to listen to scientists? Or do you think they're just controlled by the corporations?
I think they are willing to listen to scientists, but then they want to, avail that this 5% margin error, and they want to concentrate on that and don't want to go for 95% of the things which are going towards, climate change debate. So I think it's more of an economic thingy for them instead of a social and economic stuff, especially when it's about the developing world. Nobody wants to, it's my constituency, my people. That's my first priority.
Right,
Rest
right.
of the world is point number 2 for me. So when the first one is catered, I'll go to 2, otherwise I won't. So I think it's us and our domain. We are operating, especially the leaders here are operating in a very smaller domain. They just want to be concerned about this, us and we and them.
Yeah.
So that's the issue.
Awesome. Okay, thank you both so much. Good luck with everything. Okay.